So now that you have your inventory ready to go, what we're going to try to do is have a sale. So what you go, if you were in expenses before, all the bills and vendors are here, go to sales. Under sales, go to new transaction. Okay, and you can go to sales receipt here. Once you have a sales receipt, choose a customer. You can have a new client here. You can say Brooklyn client, for example. Okay, you put in your email just so you get it out of the way. Everything else is good. And then you want to select the product or service. Obviously, you need to have the inventory in order to sell it. So let's see here. I think we had the shirt, men's shirt. That was ready. And how many are we going to sell? Say we're going to sell 25 of these. The rate is 70. So this is the amount, right? And then you kind of choose the, make sure you have the customer chosen. We get a new one. Let's see, Brooklyn client, save. Okay, now you can click on save and send. So that's what it does. It's basically saying, giving them a receipt. You could literally do for this piece of clothing. Okay, now it says here, your Brooklyn client, it's been paid, right? So you've made a sale, and that's it. That's how you book your sales. And how do you know you've made your sale? You can go to reports here. I enjoy seeing these management reports rather than standard. And you can go to company overview and simply click on view. And then your company should come up and it should show you your profit and loss. So these are my sales here. The cost of goods sold, your sales should reflect in there, and your net income. It should also show you the balance sheet, and the cash for now goes into undeposited funds, as we'd have to deposit them for it to actually become cash. Okay, and this, you can see your owner's investment in here. So this is how we do the sales. How do we book the expenses, for example? Okay, in order to order more inventory, you could do it from here now. You could simply create expense from here. Now, your other expenses, we can simply go to the journal entry. And for example, say you have legal and professional services. Say you had some accounting services done or tax professional done. You would actually set it up this way. Let's see, legal, professional services. This would actually have to come from cash on hand, so you ended up paying them in cash for some tax or accounting work. This would be your expense, okay? And you can just make sure the date is the date on 9/30. That's great. And you can just book it. So think about the expenses. Most of the expenses, it simply is a debit on this side is the expense, and the cash is a credit. So just think about, say you had to pay the insurance for your store, and again, you book it just like this. The expense goes to a debit and cash on hand goes to a credit. So I suggest you, again, book a couple of these, then go to reports. You can go to standard. I recommend going to management and simply clicking on view, because this shows you where my expense is at. Okay, let's see if this came up now on the income statement. Here they are, legal and insurance. Okay, so expenses total. So let's see, legal kind of showed up a little bit in an odd way, so we're going to go to expenses. Let's see here if we can see. This is a good exercise to see what happened in terms of let's see, go to standard report, profit and loss detail, and we can check, hey, what happened with that expense there. Let's see, with the legal journal. And let's go back and see what happened with this legal journal. Oh, and this is a great example. I actually did it the other way. I should have made a debit instead of a credit, and this is exactly how we're going to learn. So what you do is you simply find that journal entry, click on it, and edit it. And that's why you can make mistakes in the QuickBooks file. In fact, you should. And what happens then is that you can click on them, you find them, you click on them, and you make sure. So that should be your process, is kind of going back. You see now it's booked properly, total expenses 2,000. So you'll see you could always go to this detail report of the profit and loss and click on every transaction. So try it out a couple times, practice, and we're going to continue working this for the next couple weeks until the project is complete.